Shaking my bottle. Shaky, shaky. Hey, Richie. Good morning, brother. What's going on? It's been a while. I don't typically use a lot of this stuff. Nothing much at hell. Yeah. Hopefully hell isn't too bad today. Experiment with this to see how this looks. Come on. What's that? I'll show you in just a second. It's hump day. Just want to be over. Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, I think going to a lighter color than a darker color would be good on this. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. Okay. So this is the propeller that I'm going to be putting on. Woo! I almost took a tumble. That right there to make it look like it's spinning. In fact, what's interesting about this route, rather than using a motorized thing, this actually gives it more of a cartoonish look, which I kind of appreciate. Click over the Easy 8 interframe when I got home, so I can look forward to detailing this weekend. Nice. You gonna wait to detail it this weekend, Richie? Let's get some coffee in me, shall we? Very nice. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. This is it's actually came out pretty good. It's also it's done. I made it on clear plastic, so you can actually see through it a little bit. It gives it that translucency to kind of appreciate. It isn't perfect, not even close, and I am okay with that. Let's grab these. I'm looking forward to getting this prop on here, and then we've got this. The base has now been primed. I'm going to clean it off quickly and talk to my daughter about getting it painted. Yeah, I usually wait a couple of days, let it set a little longer. Yeah, that makes sense. Thangdo, welcome. How are you? Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, let's get this cleaned off. Just getting on the raised surfaces. Bandito, so you gotta kill me, please. Boko, there, diesel. I apologize. Boko, the diesel easel. What are you making? I am working currently on a propeller to go in front of. Ooh, it's getting harder to hold now. This little guy right here. Stop painting your nails. That's funny. Let's see. So a bunch of tutorials last night on YouTube to see what I can do. Think I found a method that suits me. That's good. That's good. That's the important thing right there, Richie, is there is no one way. There is a way that works for you, and not always the way. It might be a way. There we go. Get glasses on this. It seems a little fuzzy right now. Put those on. Get a hit of coffee. And once the propeller's on, I am planning on gluing it on today, getting it done. Once the propeller's on, then I'll do a quick assembly just to make sure everything is looking good. And then, like I said, I get to turn the base over to my daughter, and she will be doing the painting of the background. So I may paint the city, but I'm going to let her decide if she wants what she wants to do. I will play it out the way she wants. This is a collaborative project with my daughter. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, there we go. Let's try to see how that looks. Looks okay. I have to go on just a little bit harder here. I'm going to use Mike's toothpick method for chipping. Oh, yeah. Richie, I am not familiar enough with his technique. I mean, obviously, I've seen his results a bunch of times. Does he do hairspray chipping first and then use the toothpick, or does he use the toothpick to apply tiny dots of paint? Both of them are legit. I've used a toothpick as well on occasion, especially if you want to get in really, you have to get like a super sharp toothpick. I may actually make another recommendation too, if it's the latter. Anyway, happy hump day, as everybody, as Richie said. Hey, Joe, good morning. Got a curator in the house. Toothpick to apply the paint. Yeah. Then a recommendation, Richie. Again, experiment. It's cheap. If you can find one at an art supply place, go for it. Pick up a couple of different types of what they call it, liner brushes. These are script liner brushes. Super sharp tips. And you can literally just sit there and almost bounce chips on the surface. If I recall, on the elbow part of the Bolinux lower arm, you could cut some pegs for extra articulation. Oh, really? Interesting. Did not know that. Urban Makings, nice. Yeah, these are very good. And there's a variety of different vendors. I've found calligraphy pen works as well. Yep. Calligraphy pens might work as well. Calligraphy pens, I think, with if you're depending on the scale of the chip you're trying to make. If you're trying to make wicked tiny chips, I found these could be, because of this super sharp point, literally as you're sitting there and just lightly tapping the surface in certain areas. I use acrylic paints. Mike uses lacquers. That's the only difference. But anyway, the point of all this, there is no one way of doing things. Toothpicks absolutely work. I've done that. This works. I've seen people use very sharpened pencils. Joe mentioned a calligraphy pen. There is no one single way. Okay, let's see how this is looking now that I've set it down. There we go. There's always a way. That is correct. There's always a way, just not a single way. The point is to be fun. Yes, exactly. Hey, Edwin, good evening. There is always a way, 100%. Austin, good morning, brother. What's going on? There we go. Just taking off some of the extra enamel fluid. I like that. Hey, Seb. Good morning. How are you? I have the AK weathering pencil set. Yeah, you can almost sharpen that to a point, or you can I haven't tried that. I'm not sure that you can. Normally with those pencils, you can also shave some of the material off and use it for more of a translucent type of thing. I'm not sure you can use it that way to do what they call it. Use a pencil or not a pencil. Use a Jesus Christ, I'm having a hard time. Paintbrush to dab it on. Like Bear said, improvise, adapt over. Exactly, Edwin. 100%. Goal once again today is to get the prop on. Cobra, where are you from? I'm here in Massachusetts. Or as we like to call ourselves, I'm a masshole. Morning, doing fine, you? I'm doing well, Seb. So far, it's been a good start to the day. No complaints. Got a good bit of rest last night. Feeling good. And how are you? What's going on today? Are you at work or about ready to go to work? Let's get this outer ring done. Or making is grab a piece of wood and a kitchen knife, make your own toothpick. You could do that. I can go out back, grab some lumber. Sure. Let's see, I have tons of weathering stuff and a huge bin. I got a lot more. I may dry brush everything, then do detailing. Yeah, dry brushing is good too. I love dry brushing, personally speaking. In fact, when we get to the city itself, this part here, there's probably going to be some layer of dry brushing going on the buildings. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting there and just like spending months trying to get that done. That's not going to happen. I'm preparing for work in about 40, 50 minutes. Yeah, nice. May your work day be peaceful and smooth. I'm kind of torn between either getting the Freak Nacht or then the Freak Jaeger. Both good choices. Both good choices. Oh, buy both. When you can't make a decision, what was it the Yogi Berra once said? When you come to a fork in the road, take it. Take it. Let's do both. All right, let's do the other side. I wish I could, yeah. Yeah. And by the way, I say that kind of little facetiously. I get it. My wife taught me a lovely statement from her mother, from her grandma. Want in one hand, spit in the other, see which one fills up first, right? I don't think I want to go any further than that. Yeah, I think that's good. Both is good, yeah. I think about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I picked up 2 of the AOZ Barzams off P Bandai. And I look at them afterward, and after I got them, I'm like, did I really need to buy both? Because they're not very dissimilar from each other. Is what it is. So yeah, if they're close enough, yeah. Buy the one. We are almost done here. I'm excited to get this prop done so I can get it on the plane and at least get the plane work done. Get both, yeah. As somebody who's now just got to be a little bit more cautious about how money gets spent. I would love to go out and just like, I'm going to pick up everything. I never will say to somebody, don't buy something. But I think like for me personally, it's like, I'm just going to slow it down and get the, what is it something that I really, really, really want? As opposed to before, I want it. Now it's like, do I really want it? Because if you only get one, you will keep thinking about the other. That is true. But at the same time, you know, how many times, raise of hands, how many times have you ordered something on P Bandai or someplace else? Now, I'll pick that up. And then the next thing you know, you're like, oh, look what just showed up. If you forgot what you ordered, don't get either. Show Bandai who's boss. Yeah. That's true, unless you really want it. I visited the Rise of Gunpla website, and almost everything Gundam-based in P Bandai is sold out. Oh, really? Okay. That is a bummer. Just go with your gut feeling. Yeah, basically. I think there's truth to that. I think it's just go with your gut, you know. If your gut says, yeah, pick me up, go for it. If it says not, no. Seb, I'm sorry to hear that. You lack discipline. Oh, I totally lack discipline. Are you serious? Dude. Yeah, Richie. Yeah. Which just goes to show. I mean, my personal feeling, it just goes to show. If you don't remember what you bought, what you ordered. So I have a YouTube channel podcast that I listen to called Totally Tanked. It's two Australians talk monthly. They research a tank and they talk about it while they're drinking beer. It's awesome. I love that show. But they just did something on a Russian tank from the late 1930s called the BT-5, the BT-7. And I saw some designs on that. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what's going on here. And I did order one yesterday. It was cheap on AliExpress. So I'm looking forward to getting that. It's supposed to be 63 today. I can let the fire go out. Squeak. Nice. Well, back to eBay and comparing pricing. Yeah. But Seb, it is, I guess, good. It might not be a bad idea to have a conversation with the folks there at Rise of Gunpla and just say, so I see a bunch of this stuff is sold out. How soon? Maybe just ask, how quickly things kind of move. Because maybe it is going to be a thing there if you know that something is coming and you're like, oh, I want that. Maybe you reach out to them and just say, any chance I can kind of have you guys set one of these aside? I know with a couple of the dealerships around here, if I do that, oh yeah. One of the reasons I had a shop nearby, unfortunately, the guy retired. But I used to call them and just say, hey, can you order me this? Oh, absolutely. And went out of his way to try to find it. Discipline. What's that in this hobby exactly? Discipline? It is a delicacy. Spot on. Discipline is a delicacy. Okay. Let's get this side. I think we're done. Georgia's too cheap to buy the place. Don't let him fool you. I think I made the right decision. I wish I could have, but I made the right decision. And then you got the back side, which is looking good. So now, sit down there for a second. Looks like it's spinning. Hopefully it still does once I get it on the plane. All right, so let's get, now before we do this, I just need to do a quick bit of cleanup. Right here. Discipline is hard because there's always something to catch your eye. Yeah, absolutely. That is 100% true, Seb. All I'm doing here is literally just buffing this with a little bit of paper towel. I need more coffee. You don't need a Gundam. You have plenty at home. Oh, fuck yeah. Generally speaking, I'm not ordering or buying many Gundam models. You are correct, Ray. I don't need many more Gundam models. Unless there's something like the Bolin Saman, right? Which has never been produced. And I wanted to see it. I wanted to actually pick it up. You wanted to grab the diddle bar, ended up with the whole GH line. Wow. This one goes out the door when you walk into Harbor Freight. That's why I don't walk into Harbor Freight. That is why, right? That is exactly why. Guys, give me a second here. Paint got a little flocky here. The primer, I should say. It was just I was just getting. It was too far away. Paint was drying before it hit the bottom here. My backlog is down to 25-30 kits. I'm proud of myself. That's still not painted yet. Oh God, no. Well, it's primed, but not painted. Remember, my daughter's going to be the one painting it. Me, not so much. And I got to come up with a badge. So I forgot about that badge. Badgie. Buffing it a little bit, just buffing. Yeah, some of this is still looking pretty crappy, like those roadways are not looking great. Look, in the end, will this go on a table to be shown? Yes. Little buff scuff, yeah. I'm just trying to get some of this flopiness here. This is buff. This is going to go on a table. Do I care if it wins? No. Frankly, I'm, you know, did I have fun making it? Yeah, this has been fun. Yeah. So, because of that, that's all that matters. There we go. That's ready to go now. This is going to be the hard part. There it goes. Okay. Whew. There we go. And go by Jimmy Buffett now. Nice. I can tell it was fun for you by all the complaining. Oh, always. The more you complain. No, just kidding. Just like my orcs, they're primed. I'm gonna get through with them eventually. Oh yeah, yeah. The amount of models I have kind of floating around here that need just paint. Yeah, paint is. I don't know. Paint ain't my thing. I like painting, but it's not still my thing. I like the construction side of stuff. But that's what we got. So now that that's in place, Let's see how we want this prop to look. And then we're going to CA it in place. Do I want it like that? Or do I want it like that? I think I prefer it that way. I do. We got it. This is the nice thing about putting it on here. Now you get a chance to see how it's supposed to look on here. Let's get black. Ooh, black CA, clear CA. I'm gonna go black. Remember, CA eats foam. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. The good thing is the CA, the only thing I'm doing is attaching the prop, which theoretically has no foam around it. Same here. Building is the part I like most. Yeah. Assembly has always been the most enjoyable part. Painting is the thing to get through. By the end of the project, it's just like it's the slog to get through. In some ways, I wish the painting part came first. I mean, it's not possible, generally speaking. I wish the painting part came first. But. Yeah, E, I'll show you something in just a second. I posted on it on Blue Sky. But right up top there, you can actually see a bunch of stuff on skewers that I need to deal with. And then I've got all of that stuff there because that's the way I roll. By the time I get to the end of a project, it's kind of like, oh. Okay. Let's get that stuff out of the way. Yeah, just like that. No discipline by law when it comes to CA glue and active. Yeah. I don't, I've never had success using black CA or activator on black CA. Never had success with that. Okay, I'm back. One of the trucks didn't start, so I kicked the starter and it worked. Gave it a kick. I love it. CA. If only I knew earlier. Wrecked Astroth. Oh, yeah. Yeah, CA is important. It's a very, it's an important material to use at the same time. Gotta have a little bit of CA discipline. Of course, there's a fuzzy in there now. Clean those off in a second. Foam safe, yeah. Foam safe CA, yeah. I know that I next time I place an order with Starbond, I will likely get some of that stuff. There we go. I hate CA. I avoid using it whenever possible. I love CA. Gap filling. All sorts of stuff. Hog Heaven has it in stock. They have Bob Smith Industries. Yeah. I know BSI is available. I personally speaking, I kind of like the Starbond stuff. At the same time, I got plenty of this stuff. I like it primarily because I don't like Bob Smith's caps. Just don't like them. No, sir. I don't like them. All right, let's do another look here. Just making sure everything is aligned. There we go. Okay. And there it is. I'm still thinking how to make a gel CA, not regular CA that turned to gel CA, but I didn't know how it happened. I don't either. That's chemistry, and that's way outside of my purview. Uniframe melted the Astaroth, ended up as a good destroyed debris and diorama. Wow. CA destroyed the inner frame? That's wild. How did it, can I ask how it destroyed it? Like, did it actually melt the inner frame? That I've never seen. To Ray's point, scatological. So the back of this thing, if you put CA on this foam, oh, it'll definitely cause it to melt. You can actually see some of that happened up here. And wow. My thin CA turns it into thick CA if I leave it long enough. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dude, this stuff here, 100%. Both of those bottles now are getting thick. Which I'm okay with. Like, you can actually see that. I mean, that normally should be running like crazy, that centered glossy dot, but it's not. Let's try the BSI activator on the Black Star Bond CA. I do have some of that stuff. I'm trying to think, you know what? What the hell? Got it right here. A little bit of, it's Insta-Set. I'll drip it right on here. Let's see what happens. The last time I tried this thing, it didn't do quite what I'd hoped. Normally for a desiccant, I use baking soda. But not on Black CA. Black CA, I just normally just let it dry on its own. Okay, so what happened here? Yeah, it's still pretty liquid. It's weird. It doesn't like it. Move stuff around. Let's see if I can find this. Those multi-packs of little tubes at Harbor Freight, love those packs, and they're pretty inexpensive. Yep. Yeah, I might try some of that stuff at some point, Ray. I do like this. This did come out good. There's a little dot in the middle I'm going to clear off after, on the prop, but I like the way that's looking. I really do like the way that came out. Crazy. All right. So this is now done except for painting the base, which I will be working on with my daughter. My hope is I'm going to talk to her and we're going to come up with what she wants to do. But the majority of the background will be done by her, at least laid out by her, and I'll go from there. So that's where that stands right now. I like when you throw it out. It's a little too, then the next one is freshly cracked open. Freshly cracked open. Less of melt. I don't know. It became brittle as fuck. Oh, okay. Interesting. The inner frame became brittle. Wild. Wild. Okay. How much time we got? Just a couple more minutes left. So it looks like I'm not going to get to the Bolanuk Saman today, which I'm fine with because I was much happier getting the plane done. So I'll take a couple photos of this, probably post it on Blue Sky end of day. I did break up some black paint because it is likely that I will be painting the entire cityscape black in order to give it the black base to shadow from. But there we go. Let's get this stuff out of the way. I need to find a little place to start putting little pieces of like towel that I use, not to leave it floating here. It's got towel everywhere. Anyway, dark gray. Yeah, I might. I'm still debating about basing it in black and then doing like this, then doing like a zenithal lighting style paint scheme with like a dark gray. Just like I said, this is where colors and shit aren't my deal. So I'm gonna let my daughter kind of figure this one out. She's got a better eye for that shit than I do. I will say though, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this. I like the way this came out. The plane came out great. The design came out great. Just got to get now. We're 5 yards from the goal line, as they say, and just got to get it done now. Just got to get it done. So with that, I think I'll call it an episode. Head upstairs, go see my daughters off to work and school respectively, and we'll go from there. Love it. It'll add some good shadows. Yeah. Yeah, the CA fumes will react like that with certain materials. Did you activate it right away or let it set on its own? I don't typically use CA in joints. It depends what I'm working on. I will normally let the CA dry unless I'm trying to pack it up with something, like trying to use it as filler, at which point I'll use baking soda instead. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to bail now. Go upstairs, like I said, go say goodbye to everybody. But I want to thank everyone for being on this morning. It's a fun show. I've enjoyed this transition to YouTube quite a bit, and I hope other people are finding it good too. That's not to say when it was on Instagram there was anything down or anything like that. I'm just kind of enjoying this. This is kind of nice. It's also nice to see some newer faces. I said, yeah, Urbans, if you're on tomorrow, I'm gonna go around. We'll do a little bit of introductions and that kind of thing. I kind of feel that that's important. By the way, my name is George. Feel free to call me George. That's my name. I'm just George. But anyway, so with that, my friends, stay safe and stay sane. Go out into the world. Go help out somebody as much as you possibly can. It is getting nuttier and crazier and more psychotic every day. It's up to us to go out there and try to show that we are better people, that we are kind, supportive, loving people who are here to help, just like we do here every morning, right? So go out there, brighten the world as much as you possibly can, make it a better planet, leave it a better place than we left. Mountain bikers thing. We'll talk about that tomorrow too. But go out there, do good, enjoy the day, love you all, and I will see you on the flip. Peace.